Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with my top 5 non-horror movies of 2022. The films appearing in this video will obviously be movies that did not appear in my 2022 horror ranking with Jason. Now, a couple of them do include horror elements, but for the most part, most people would not consider them to be horror films. I said in that horror ranking stream, I think 2022 was the best year for horror since the 80s. But, in my opinion, it was also a great year for movies in general. And here are my top 5 non-horror films of 2022. As always, guys, this is just my personal opinion. Coming in at number 5 is actually the movie that received the most award nominations this year. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That is the perfect title for this film, because that's exactly what it is. It's a mashup of genres and features brilliant performances. When people say they want originality, they should look no further. And ultimately, it's just a really good and poignant film. I had watched this when it was first released on Blu-ray, and I really enjoyed it. And then I watched it again recently with Jason when he picked it up, and I loved it even more. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is my number 5 favorite non-horror movie of last year. Coming in at number 4 is the film that I thought would be number 1 when I watched it early last year. The Batman. Being released so early in 2022, The Batman, at first, was my favorite movie of last year. In fact, just behind Batman 89, this would be my second favorite Batman film overall. Jason and I seriously considered this for our 2022 horror ranking, because that's pretty much what The Batman is. It's a Batman horror movie. It's like Batman meets Saw. Nobody is going to tell me that the Riddler in this is not a slasher villain. But in the end, we decided against it, and instead, The Batman will be my number 4 non-horror movie of 2022. My third favorite non-horror movie of last year is Bullet Train. This movie is so much fun. That's all I kept hearing about it. That word, fun. That's how everyone I knew that had seen this described it. My mom watched this one night on Netflix and didn't stop talking about it. She kept telling me I needed to watch it because it was so much fun. Then just about every review I read online featured that word. Fun, 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 fun. Seeing that, it sort of made me reluctant to watch it because I felt it might be overhyped and maybe I wouldn't find it as fun as everyone else. But I was wrong. In fact, I can't even express how much fun Bullet Train is. And it's my number 3 favorite non-horror movie of 2022. And my number 2 non-horror film of 2022 is Clerks 3. This definitely had the potential to be number 1, but there are just a few tweaks I would have made to the movie. Now, don't get me wrong, I still absolutely love it. I mean, it's still number 2. And it may, in fact, be Kevin Smith's greatest film, since the original Clerks, anyway. What separates this, though, from my number 1 is rewatchability. I'll definitely be watching this one a lot, but I have to be in the right mindset. This film is filled with emotion. I watched this recently for the first time and felt absolutely wrecked when it was over. That's not a bad thing, it's just a powerful film. I even almost put Clerks 3 at number 3 and Bullet Train at number 2, because that movie is so much fun. Did I mention that? Clerks 3 deserves at least second place though, so that's where it sits as my number 2 favorite non-horror movie of last year. Which brings me to my number 1. Which you already knew if you watched my 3 From Me video earlier this month. Top Gun Maverick. This is my favorite movie of the year for making me smile, for making me happy to be a movie fan. I had a smile on my face the entire time I watched this. It's good old-fashioned cinema. When I think of the word movie or the phrase motion picture, I think of a film like Top Gun Maverick. It doesn't push an agenda. It's the type of movie that makes you excited to go to the theater. It's just pure cinematic entertainment, and a perfect example of how requels should be done. I'm glad this has also been nominated for Oscars, and it's no surprise that this was the first movie in history to be #1 at the box office on Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend. Think about that. In addition, it's been one of the top-selling Blu-rays since its release, spending most of those weeks at #1. I should also mention that while I am a fan of the original Top Gun, it's never been a favorite movie of mine. I do like it a lot more now than I did in the past, mostly for the 80s nostalgia. But I absolutely love Top Gun Maverick. My point is, you don't have to be a huge Top Gun fan to enjoy this one. There was a lot of hype surrounding this, and it somehow exceeded my expectations. Top Gun Maverick is my favorite non-horror movie of 2022. So there you have it, my top 5 non-horror movies of last year. What are your top 5 non-horror movies of 2022? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.